The original manufacturer was unable to avoid the threading snipping of hydronic cartridge relief valve RV10-22. AAK solved it with one detail. Consuelo comes from Spain and started purchasing hydronic cartridge valves from manufacturers in China 2 years ago. He has been very successful, but wrestled by a hydronic cartridge relief valve equivalent to HydraForce RV10-22. The cartridge relief valve thread snipping caused by carelessness in the original hydronic cartridge valve manufacturer was solved by AAK with one small detail. In March of this year, they needed to purchase 100 pieces of hydronic cartridge relief valve RV10-22. This is a standard part. Consuelo purchased it in bulk directly. 3 months later, some users complained that the threads of the hydronic cartridge relief valve cage was slipping and leaking. Consuelo was surprised because this is the first time for him to encounter such a low-level error. Although the original manufacturer of the hydronic cartridge relief valve was very cooperative, Consuelo realized that the hydronic cartridge valve manufacturer with unstable quality would bring him a lot of trouble in his future work. Each hydronic cartridge relief valve cage must be 100% compliant, without slipping threads. Consuelo found AAK on Google and left a message. Has AAK encountered any problem with the thread slipping of hydronic cartridge relief valve cage? I told him that more than one client has raised the issue of thread slipping, and AAK has avoided thread slipping with just a small detail in the process. After communication, it was learned that he purchased hydronic cartridge relief valve RV10-22 from the original manufacturer and encountered the problem of thread slipping. I told him that AAK has existing stock for the hydronic cartridge relief valve RV10-22. He can receive them within 1 week, and custom complaints can be resolved. The hydronic cartridge relief valve has no thread slipping, which is not difficult, but the key lies in details. Of course, the material selection and processing of the hydronic cartridge relief valves are the foundation. AAK controls the accuracy of the valve cage external thread and the internal hole inspection in this way. Before assembly, AAK inspection technicians use thread ring gauges and plug gauges to check, inspect the thread size on the outside surface of each hydronic cartridge relief valve cage using a thread gauge. The inner diameter of the hydronic cartridge relief valve cage is tested with a plug gauge, and each thread is tested. This is a small detail, but most hydronic cartridge valve manufacturers in China overlook this process directly. The original manufacturer was unable to avoid the thread snipping of the hydronic cartridge relief valve RV10-22, and AAK solved it with one small detail. AAK hydronic cartridge valve, the thread without snipping. You can rest assured to give it a try.